Welcome back to my garage. Everybody, I'm Troy Herrera, and this is my LS swapped E36. I am super close to being finished. Tomorrow I go and pick up the drive shaft. That is a huge deal for me. I got pretty much a 700 horsepower rated drive shaft, customly made for this car. If and when I do the turbo and or supercharger on this car, the driveline will be pretty solid. I will have to eventually upgrade the axles and the diff and all that kind of stuff, but for right now we're going NA, and we're gonna see how I like it first. Right now the car is gutted. It should be in the range of the 25 to 2600 pound range. So this 5.3 with this baby cam and headers should produce plenty of juice for this car to move really nicely. Now, with all of that being said, I'm super close to being finished. Pretty much all I have to do under the hood as for now is to wiring my heater lines. With the factory BMW, they have a heater valve, a heater control valve, and I'm just gonna bypass that. I don't even want to wire that in. It's 3 heater lines, and then I don't want to have to run all this extra hose in my car. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block off one side and then plumb straight 2 hoses to the back side, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So BMW runs this guy. I don't want to run this guy. This is going. Oops. So if you guys can see down in here, I'm gonna have to brighten this video up. There's 3 lines. I'm gonna plug one of the line, the first one, because the first 2 are your main heater lines, and that runs straight off of my water pump, which is down here. And then I'm running this off the frame, back behind the firewall. As you can see, here's my lines. Here's my fuel pressure gauge. Anyway, running this guy all the way back behind the intake, and then plumbed up. And if you guys like my clear vacuum line, holla at your boy. By the way, that clear vacuum line was from the GTO. I had extra when I did the oil catch can. They sent me a clear vacuum line, so I just decided to use it on this for my brake booster. Eventually, after this car is all finished, I'm actually going to upgrade quite a bit. I'm going to do a brake booster delete, but brake booster delete from the chase bays, and then also the ABS delete from chase bays to really clean up the engine bay. What I did have an issue with when I put the car in, pulling the heads on this car with the factory brake booster is not an easy job, because the very last head bolt on the LS motor actually bumps on the brake booster, so you actually have to loosen the brake booster completely out of the way to get the final head bolt in. I don't want to do that anymore, so once this is finished and I recoup a bit of my money, I'm gonna do a brake booster delete. But for now, we're just gonna go with what we got and use the crowded engine bay. Now, the unfortunate part about the LS in this chassis, with how I ran my exhaust, as you guys can tell, it's forward. With it being forward, I actually lost a lot of engine bay room. So this is gonna work for now. This was just the basic budget build out, as cheap as possible as I could get this done. And it's gonna stay like this for a little while. But once I do the brake booster delete and the ABS delete, that should free up all of this space right in here. This guy and down in here should be nice and cleared out, and then accessing the headers will be no big deal. And in case you notice, I did run out of exhaust wrap, which I just ordered some. It'll be here tomorrow, so I'll wrap this up. I'll wrap the rest of my exhaust, and we should be good. So, as for right now, I'm gonna get to work right this second. I'm gonna end up plumbing up the rest of my exhaust, and then plumbing the heater lines, and I'm done for the night. Other than that, we are 99% there. The other thing I have to do is my shifter. I'm gonna do the BMX shifter just like I did in the GTO. I'm actually gonna I have an old handlebar I'm gonna cut off, and I have extra grips and a bar end also, and I'm gonna weld it onto my existing shifter. So that'll be cool. So that'll be similar that way. I probably end up putting a front splitter on this car as well, just like the GTO, because I would like to have my own individual style with both the cars, so you know that I built them. With that being said, let's get to work. So now it's time for the update. I was supposed to get the drive shaft done today, and the slip yoke is on back order, so they're thinking possibly tomorrow or the next day. So now I'm waiting on that. Also, I gotta see if I could get a bench tune for my tuner, because automatic tunes and manual tunes are a whole lot different than each other, and the car does not want to rev, which really relates back to the tune. Since it's idle's fine, my fuel pressure is pretty good, and then literally the only thing on that computer that was different than stock was the vehicle VATS was deleted. Other than that, everything is still on there as a factory tune. So that is next on the agenda. So now it's just a waiting game. It's just a waiting game to see when I could get all of this stuff in line, when the universe aligns. I gotta get all this stuff lined up, and once I get this lined up, I could go and get the street tune and everything. I could actually get the car rolling. I do have to do a 500-mile break-in for the clutch, and I would like to see how that actually feels before I take it out and have it tuned as well. A couple other things. I just want to make sure my cooling system is up to par. There's a bunch of little things that I have to get done, so definitely got to talk to the tuner tomorrow and see if he could give me some sort of bench tune, so I could get all the little issues taken care of before he actually street tunes it, because that is the worst thing, is to bring a car that is not completely finished to the tuner and asking him to tune it and there's still issues. So don't do that. Now with this waiting game, I am going to be doing some GTO videos. So I got a couple good ones scheduled for you guys, and I'm going to get back on it. I've been working on this BMW consistently every single day. We're going to keep it saucy. I also got a review coming up and some collab stuff with some of the homies that I found that are doing YouTube videos as well. So got a lot of cool things coming up for you guys. That's a wrap. I'm sorry this wasn't a more eventful video, but thanks for watching and enjoy the clips.